Om Stapakaya Chaturmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaaya Te Namah. Namaskars to all of you. Today, I would like to share some inspiring thoughts, ideas in the life and teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, as seen and promulgated by the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. Now let us consider Ramakrishna as a condensed form of spirituality. If Sri Ramakrishna is in that form, then the disciples of his can be considered as streams flowing from that condensation and providing succor to the people all around. If Sri Ramakrishna could be considered as one globule of illumined energy, then the disciples could be understood as that tiny sparks, bulbs of light spreading his wisdom all around. Yes, these sessions are small, but let us not forget, atoms are also small. Atoms are powerful. It is about how we are able to make the best use of these sessions. These sessions will cover a varied range of topics from the direct disciples and the succession of disciples, monastic and lay. To begin with, I would like to share a reminiscence with all of you. This reminiscence is related with the Ramakrishna Ashrama, Mysore. In the year 1998, 7th of September, that is yesterday, Srimad Swami Ranganatha Anji Maharaj, the 13th president of our order, who started his monastic life in the Mysore Ashrama itself, took up the sacred seat as the Sangha Guru, the president of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. This incident happened in Kolkata, in the Woodlands Hospital. Senior Swamijis went to meet him and communicate. Swami Ranganatha Anji Maharaj, very characteristically, had a sense of humor, equipped. He said, I quote, "Yes, the cook of Mysore Ashrama has been appointed as the president. Yes, the cook of Mysore Ashrama has been appointed as the president." This statement is very significant in its profundity. It is remarkable as it shows Maharaj's connections across various levels. This shows of how Maharaj was able to translate the highest ideals of Vedanta into practice, into practical Vedanta, and apply in his life. I recall a very significant dictum by Maharaj. Maharaj emphasized the three aspects of this particular phrase: Vichara, Achara and Prachara. Vichar, Achar, Prachar. In that order of significance. What is Vichara? That is that conviction which arises from deep thinking, that insight which is drawn from a contemplative life. This follows Achara. Achara is that conduct, that action which arises from that thinking. So through that thinking which is arisen out of profound thought, we'll be able to conduct ourselves in a better way. Then coming on to Prachara. You've heard of the word Prachara, Pracharaks. How should one be able to convey, communicate those lessons learned to the people around us, the family around us, the institutions around us. So this comprises the three part vichar, achar and prachar. This particular dictum is not just applicable, at an institution level, at a broader level, at a corporate level, but this could be made available, could be translated in each and every one of our houses, our homes, with our families. That is the importance of this particular dictum. So being the sessions quite small, in the future sessions, we'll be able to take up more of such ideas and see of how they can be made a part of our daily lives, as Swami Vivekananda said, of how to make our lives into a practical Vedanta. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Shri Ram Krishna.